Antoniuk in the corner now. High kick by Greenfield, no call. Tony Walls with some pressure on Keats, who finds Johnson. Forced over to Peterson. Waltman plays it deep in the corner for Antoniuk, who bodies up Greenfield. He turns with the shot, saved by Petrusek. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson with the shot, blocked by Greenfield off his face. And now Cedar Rapids looking to move out, but Keats tracks back, breaks it up. McCluskey now in the corner, bodied up by Greenfield. Greenfield getting a lot of minutes in right now, playing defense for the Rampage. Forces a bad pass by McCluskey. Oh, and Kyrell stole the ball with a shot, but Petrusek once again up for the task. And he makes another outstanding save. Lots of back and forth action now. Chino Curiel now in the corner. And the foul is going to be called against Joseph Kyrell, as he was judged to have committed the foul against Chino Curiel. The Mexican native Chino Curiel, week 1 team of the week for, or excuse me, week 10 team of the week for the MASL. He scored 2 goals in Chicago, and 3 of his last 4 games he's had 2 goals. Free kick coming up for the Rampage as we are back to the action here. 2:38 to go in the first half. 1-0 is the score. Raphael Cox, the only goal scorer tonight, and that came 24 seconds into the game. Quick shot blocked by Kyrell. Everton's shot blocked in a really bad spot by Mark Lee, and he is feeling the after effects of that one. Everton with a shot wide. Everton with a rebound high. And now Chino Curiel with the ball in the corner. Curiel with it. Finds De Silva. De Silva makes a man miss. Back over to Curiel. McNeely on him. Forces the easy shot right into Waltman's hands. And now a quick outlet to Raphael Cox. Plays it off the boards. Makes a man miss. The shot is blocked. The ball bounces around a couple times. Almost falls to McCluskey, but controlled by Petrusek, and he gets it out to Everton, who ends up back with the ball, but gives it back right away, and now Cedar Rapids wins it back. So Greenfield has it. Greenfield putting in a lot of minutes in this quarter. Now Patrick Kelly has it, gets around McNeely, plays it off the boards right to Waltman. Waltman hasn't really been tested tonight. 6 shots is the official tally, but none of them have been really hard shots. And now he clears it out to Jertson. Jertson leaves it for Ramos. Ramos with his head down with the shot. Oh, just a fingertip save. Petrusek gets it out. Jertson gets it, takes a shot. It's blocked and falls to Hansen. Over to Keats, back to Ramos. Ramos outside the zone. Gets it to Johnson, who tried to get it into Megson, but just wide. Controlled by Greenfield, but gets it only as far as Keats, and now Jertson has it on the near side. Jertson to Megson. Megson still. Megson plays it to Hanson. Hanson over to Ramos. Ramos takes it wide, cuts it back. Plays it back for Keats. Keats with the shot just high. Cleared out by the Rampage and forced all the way back to Waltman as Corey Keats, and we're going to get a big amount of changes for the Rampage. It cleared their entire front line. Jertson still has it for Tacoma. Into the corner for Megson, bodied up by Greenfield. Megson tried to find Jertson, but only found Walls, and now Greenfield all alone on the break. Plays it blocked by Keats. Once again, Keats, the right man in the right place. 6.4 seconds to go here in the half. 1-0 is the score, and a corner kick coming up for the Rampage as they look to get on the board here in the first half. So Greenfield over it. Plays it, shot just wide. Quick shot by Walls. Ramos heads it down, and time is going to run out in the first half. And an unusual Welcome back to the ShoWare Center as we get back to action here in the second half. Tacoma with a 1-0 lead. 24 seconds into the game was the first score. This time the ball goes right across the face of goal. Waltman didn't play it. It fell into the corner. De Silva got it. And now Patrick Kelly has it. Everton now. Pablo has it now in the corner. Good defense once again by Tacoma. Antoniuk forcing the ball back. And now Petrusek has it at the yellow line. De Silva comes back for it. Now plays it back to Petrusek. Gerson, Everton, Kelly, Petrusek, De Silva, and Santos on the field for the Rampage. Rafael Cox, Antoniuk, Troy Peterson, Evan McNeely, and Michael Ramos for the Stars with Danny Waltman in goal. Everton now in the corner, still sporting a big wrap on that thumb after getting injured in the first half. Tried to play it back to Yoshio Sandoval, and it eventually got there. Greenfield now has it over to Everton. Everton looking for something, and nothing is there to be seen, but he gets Hurwitz on the curl. Hurwitz now with a move, plays it off the boards. Cleared out by McNeely to Hurwitz, saved by Waltman. Hurwitz with a good job trying to get on the board for the Rampage. But Waltman up to the task, and now Gertzen has it. Oh, Hurwitz gets the ball to him with no goalie. Peterson and McNeely slid in. And now on the other end, a shot and the score! No goal, waved off. Jamail Cox thought he had scored, but it was waved off as it just trickled over the goal line. McNeely down hurt now. Sandoval down hurt now. You can see on the replay what happens here as the ball clearly over the goal mouth by well over a foot and is waved off by the official. A bad break for Tacoma as the official waved off an obvious goal, which would have put the score at 2-0. But that is the way the ball bounces, and right now Tacoma still holding on to a 1-0 lead. But the bigger concern now is Evan McNeely. He and Troy Peterson slid down trying to block the shot by Hurwitz after Waltman was caught out of position. And they ran into each other, and McNeely still feeling the effect, grabbing the back of that right leg. So a tough break for Tacoma, made even worse by the injury to McNeely, one of your starting defenders, and he is trying to walk it off here with the help of the training staff. Able to get off on his own power, which is a good sign. And we'll see how Tacoma can rebound from this series of events here, where they look to go up by 2 but find themselves up still only by 1. 12:52 to go here in the third quarter. And we did have some technical issues at the beginning of the game. Just a quick recap. For offense tonight as the score remains 1-0. Just a defensive battle by the two powerful teams here. Cedar Rapids has killed off 2 blue card penalties, which is their forte. And Tacoma with only 5 shots on goal, but the one that counts is on their side. So, Chino Curiel fouled by McCluskey. And the restart coming up for the Rampage. Played back to Petrusek. Petrusek over to De Silva. De Silva into Huffman. Huffman bodied up by Hansen. Greenfield now has it. Forced back by Jertson. De Silva, or excuse me, that was Greenfield, tried to play it back for Huffman. Couldn't do it. Shot blocked by Hansen. Shot by Sam Guernsey. But Greenfield gets it back. Greenfield's played a ton of minutes tonight. And now Jameel Cox makes a couple men miss as he makes his way up. Slid in by Guernsey. Wins it back, but only to Mark Lee. Tacoma just ends up kicking it back down to Petrusek, and the Rampage are going to restart in their own defensive zone. Kyrell tried to step in front of that pass to Patrick Kelly, but unable to get there in time, and Cedar Rapids wins it back. If you're just joining us, you might notice that Joseph Kyrell is sporting the periwinkle due tonight. It was blonde last weekend. That was a handball by Everton, not called. So he controls it. Over to Santos. Santos finds Kelly. Kelly in the corner, double teamed. Forced back to Santos. Santos over to Everton. Everton, the player coach, throws out a hand signal for a play to be run. Everton circles back. Tried to get it to Santos, but broken up by Kyrell, and now Corey Keats on the break. But he loses it, but only as far as midfield, and it's played back to Hansen, over to Kyrell. Kyrell to Waltman. Alex Megson has it now, and Keats looking for some space, and he has it. Plays it back up the far boards to Megson. Megson turns into the corner. Tries to win it back. Good defense there by Patchar. Wins the ball, hits the official as he tries to clear it. Sticks with it. And now Santos plays it back to Petrusek. Is blocked by Megson. Now Petrusek's out of position. The Stars get it back. Derek Johnson tried to clear it or center it to the middle of the field, but the ball was blocked out of there by Santos, and Santos is stripped up and fouled. Kyrell called with the foul on Santos, and now the restart quickly by the Rampage as they get it down into the attacking zone. Tony Walls, who had the best opportunity in the first half for the Rampage, gets it back to Santos. Santos over to Sandoval. Sandoval tried to play it in. Megson with the slide, breaks up the pass, but Rampage maintained possession. Kyrell now makes the steal, and here comes Raph Cox on the break. Raph Cox bodied up there by Hurwitz. Hurwitz with a great job of defending, and the ball's played back to Petrusek, and the ball ends up getting played up, and now we've got a call behind the ball. Foul against the Stars. Gordy Gerson down on the turf is the one that drew the foul, so a quick restart then. That'll be Megson on the foul as he kind of plowed into Gerson there, so good call. Now Ramos has it, plays it downfield. Completely misses the pass and kicks it into the stands, and we're going to have a restart coming up for the Rampage. 9:08 to go here in the third quarter. It is still 1-0, a defensive battle between these two teams that have had a lot of success this year. Cedar Rapids comes into the game at 8-3. Tacoma 7-3. Tacoma 5-0 at home, looking to go 6-0. Looking to pull into a tie for first place with the Sockers at 8-3. Acosta has it. Now Petrusek looking for somebody to get open. Finds Gerson at the logo, who plays it back to Petrusek. Now Petrusek looking deep in the corner, finds Walls. Walls with the back heel, leaves it for Gerson. The shot save. Right into the breadbasket of Danny Waltman. He makes the save. And once again, the Rampage are denied. Gerson with 23 points this year, 15 goals, 8 assists, but unable to get on the board tonight. But now, another opportunity coming up for the Rampage. Shot by Walls is saved by Waltman. And now just cleared out of there by Jameel Cox and controlled by Brett Petrusek. Both teams just really not able to find any kind of rhythm tonight, and that's just a tribute to good defense that both teams are playing outstanding defense tonight. Huffman has it now, circles back over to De Silva. McCluskey on him. De Silva makes a move. McCluskey really close up on him. Markley now on Greenfield. Greenfield over to number 16. Greenfield now with a shot and the save by Waltman. Sam Guernsey was there. He passed it back to Greenfield, who had a little bit of an opening, but Waltman covered it up. And another save now. Megson dummies it to himself with the shot. Save, foot save by Petrusek. Back to Megson. Now left open for Hansen, whose shot is blocked by Greenfield. Bodies flying everywhere. Hansen with it once again. Oh, man, what a good play by Megson. Just let it go right through his legs, just wide. The ball falls for Kyrell. Shot rockets across the front of the goal face. No good. And Tacoma really amping up the pressure now. McNeely back in the game. Good to see him out there, as it looked like he was hurt earlier in the quarter. 6:40 to go in the third. Megson now shoved down, no call, late call. So Guernsey with the push on Megson, and they're going to get the call. Came in a little late. And Tacoma's going to have a restart coming up. Megson stayed on his feet there, a little bit of a shove. Not much, but enough to draw the foul. And with 6:32 to go here in the third quarter, have a free kick restart here coming up for the Stars. Foul on Sam Guernsey right before the timeout. And we'll see what Tacoma can do as they are up 1-0. Probably should be 2, but that is the way it goes, as a goal was disallowed by the officials. Ramos jumps over it. McNeely now blasts it off the boards, and it goes nowhere. Everton has it. Can't clear it, though, as McNeely saves it, gets it over to Troy Peterson, who looks to reset the offense, and now McNeely plays it all the way back to Danny Waltman. And Danny Air Waltman is going to kick it into the corner, looking for Antoniuk, who controls it. Double team now, plays it back to McNeely. McNeely over to Peterson. Looking for somebody, can't find anybody. But McNeely travels all the way back and wins the ball. Gerson giving chase. Played out of there by McNeely. Dangerous play by Waltman. And Everton with the push, no call. And the pressure gives the ball back to Cedar Rapids as they have a break on. And the shot by Santos sails over the boards. Tacoma dodges a bullet as the giveaway led to a 4-on-3 opportunity for Cedar Rapids. But the shot goes high. So Tacoma looking once again to double their lead, and now Antoniuk has it. Passes over for Jertson and just missed the ball. They had Petrusek beat, but couldn't get his foot to it. Now Waltman comes out, plays it into no man's land. Gerson leaves it off for Walls. Walls with the shot and the score. Gordy Gerson with the assist finds Tony Walls, and nothing that Danny Waltman could do as he played the ball where Gerson was. Tried to come back, but Walls had him beat dead to rights, and we are knotted up at 1 now. 5:21 to go here in the third quarter. Cedar Rapids finally breaks through, and we are all knotted up at 1 apiece from the ShoWare Center. My name is John McGlamory. Nice to have you with us. Sorry for the technical delays earlier, but we are back up and running here on the MASL YouTube channel. And now a giveaway by Keats. And Chino Curiel looking to make a break and a trip. And we'll see. It's going to be a blue card against Corey Keats as he had the giveaway. Curiel on the break got tripped up by Keats, and Keats knows it. And now Tacoma, after surrendering their first goal, find themselves a man down and looking to hold on to the lead now as Cedar Rapids jumps ahead on men on the field, 5-4. Gerson, Heberton, Santos, Da Silva, and Curiel on the field for the Rampage. McNeely, Peterson, Hansen, and Lee for Tacoma.
Stars fans, let's hear it for your penalty killers!
So Everton has it, finds Da Silva, back over to Everton. Curiel now tracking back to get it, covered by Hansen. Markley now on Da Silva. Everton shot way high and way right. Not even close, to be honest with you, and Everton knows he should have done better with that. Still curious if he's feeling the effects of the injury he suffered in the second quarter, as he went down hard on that right hand and looked like he injured his thumb. So Tacoma now looking to kill off a little bit of time. Waltman clears it out, but only as far as midfield, but Da Silva forced to play it back to Petrusek. And now Da Silva moves up to the middle of the field. Da Silva over to Curiel. Back to Da Silva. Da Silva over to Everton. In the corner for Santos, back to Everton. Good defense being played by Tacoma right now. No shooting lanes available. Santos plays it off the boards, cleared off the line by McNeely, and all the way down to the other end of the field. Mark Lee clears it out, and Petrusek forced to go get it. So a minute left on the power play, make that 50 seconds. Everton looking for something. Santos once again, toe save by Waltman. Everton once again high over the boards, and Everton misses one more time. And the Stars are going to have a restart coming up. 41 seconds to go on the power play. Waltman just launches the ball down the field, controlled by Ramos. Makes a turn. Ramos wins it back, heads it to himself. Bodied up by two men, cleared out of there by Huffman. 27 seconds to go. Good job by Ramos to kill about 15 seconds off that power play. Cedar Rapids forced to regroup. Curiel beats Hansen, plays it across, blocked by McNeely and Waltman. Headed by Curiel. Cleared out by Lee, but only as far as Santos. Santos to Da Silva. Over to Everton. Everton with a shot. Saved by Waltman. Just hit it there was Everton. He is really struggling tonight. That ball just meekly came off his foot, and the Stars have successfully killed this penalty. But now Curiel steals the ball from Keats. Everton once again has it, covered by Troy Peterson in the near corner. Gets it back to Curiel. Chino with the ball. Plays it over to Yoshi Sandoval.
Just a reminder, we are currently having a jersey auction for the game-worn jerseys being worn by the Stars.
So Gerson has it in the corner, tries to make a move, can't do it. 4 Stars playing back behind the ball now.
have
cleared out
5 seconds remaining in the jersey auction.
by Waltman.
Into the Ken
Greenfield now
Cummings
has it, heads it back to Petrusek, who comes out to get it. Plays it across the open net to Sandoval, pressured by Ramos. Headed back in and won by Ramos. Ramos plays it off the boards into the chest. Oh, and it's going to be a score! It's going to be a score, Tacoma! They're going to give it to Dan Antoniuk as Petrusek made a meal out of that save, and it just got past him. It looked like it could have been Ramos, but the way that Antoniuk reacted, it looked like it was him. We will see what the official call is. But the Stars get one back and take the lead one more time. Yeah, that was cleared out of there, and Antoniuk got to it just in time, played it off Ramos's leg. I'm going to give Ramos the assist to the goal. But the big story is Tacoma takes the lead one more time. It is 2-0. Or 2-1, excuse me. And as soon as they give one away, they get one right back, and it is 2-1. The Stars in good shape now. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and Cedar Rampage once again chasing a goal. As Petrusek just, unfortunately, the ball went off his face and just got behind him. Not much he could do on that one. Petrusek plays it down for Tony Walls, the goal scorer. McNeely missed the ball on the head, but he was held up by Walls, and they're going to call a penalty, or not a penalty, excuse me, a foul on Walls as he puts the ball back down on the turf. Restart coming up for the Stars. So it's going to be a restart back in the Cedar Rapids zone. It's actually going to be a 3-line pass. And the quick restart. Tacoma has it. Jamail Cox. Over to Lee. Lee plays it back to Waltman. McNeely now moving a lot better than he was about 10 minutes ago. Plays it in. Cox has it. Jamail, that is. Plays it back to McNeely. McNeely finds Jurtson. McCluskey now has it in the corner, bodied up by Greenfield. McCluskey trying to make a man miss, and he does, but forced back to Jurtson. Jurtson now plays it across to Jamail Cox. 52 seconds to go here in the quarter. Waltman finds Chase Hansen. Stars content to take this 2-1 lead into the fourth quarter as they are not in any hurry to get the ball up the field. Keats and Waltman now playing keep away. Now Waltman plays it up a little bit. Kyrell has it over to Hansen. Hansen now with some space. Hansen takes a couple moves, gets hit in the back as he's taking the shot. No foul called. Huffman looks like he got away with one there. And the official's just letting guys play now. This time the foul is called. That one's going to be on Pablo da Silva as he took a chunk out of Joseph Kyrell. A couple fouls look like they could have been called, one on each team, but the officials finally call one against da Silva. 4.6 seconds to go. Waltman with the restart. Oh, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Waltman just floated it up there. Petrusek easily controls it. to Michael Ramos, as Michael Ramos gets the ball on the start, but loses possession right away. And now Jonathan Santos has it for the Rampage. Pablo da Silva now gets it back to Jonathan Santos. Santos looking for Walls. Finds him, the shot just wide. Walls with a great back heel. And Gerson with a flying scissor kick puts it in the back of the net for Cedar Rapids. And we are tied once again. What an incredible goal by Gordy Gerson as he jumped high in the air. And that is a Wallace score if I've ever seen one.
Second goal scored by number 3, Gordy Gerson.
Give the assist to Pablo da Silva. And we are knotted up at 2, and we are 14 minutes and 28 seconds away from deciding a winner. We're right back where we started at the beginning of the game, all tied up.
Scored with 14 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the second half.
So Gordy Gerson with his 16th goal of the year. And Cedar Rapids finally getting on the score column in this ball game, with 2 goals in the last about 6 minutes of game action. And boy, is that no goal call going to come in to play here at the end of the game if this one ends up as close as it looks like it's going to. So Curiel now has it coming up the near sideline, crosses the center stripe, and gets it over to Everton. Everton now back to Curiel, over to Greenfield. Everton directing traffic. He's the coach. He's allowed to do that. Acosta now playing keep away. Gets it over to Greenfield, over to Curiel. Curiel against Kyrell. And the giveaway by Cedar Rapids. Corey Keats gets away with it, but just out of his hand, or out of his reach. And a giveaway now by Cedar Rapids. Oh, but Kyrell thought Keats was going one way and he went the other, and Tacoma gives the ball away, but they win it right back. Oh, Jertson tried to play it over to Lee. Jertson wins it back, plays it over for Ramos, but broken up by Patchar. And Cedar Rapids gets away with some sloppy play on the defensive end and gets it out of danger. Cedar Rapids having some difficulty getting out of their zone. They finally forced Tacoma to clear out a little bit, but Petrusek kicks it all the way to McNeely and nobody else there. Heads it up. Lee tried to play it to himself, but given away back to Cedar Rapids. De Silva played it to Everton, but broken up by McNeely, and here comes McNeely on the break, finds McCluskey. McCluskey with a bit of an opening, makes the man miss, plays it over to Ramos, broken up by Hurwitz. Hurwitz now charging out of the backfield. Bodied off the ball by Johnson, and Tacoma wins it back. Here comes Ramos, passes it off the boards to McCluskey, too far. Cleared out by Petrusek, but only as far as Chase Hansen, and Tacoma with the ball one more time. Tacoma's bench up in arms. Thought they had another six man on the field call, but not to be. And now a foul called against Chase Hansen as he tried to get past Sam Guernsey, who got in his way, and he was judged to have thrown him down onto the field. That's a tough call right there, but the call was made nonetheless.
Starts number 2, Chase Hansen.
Santos with it now, right at the yellow line. Derek Johnson on him. Derek Johnson doesn't let him get past. Great job defensively by Johnson. Tried to clear it out of there, and the Stars get the ball out, and now foul called against Santos as he holds up Jamail Cox as he tried to get out of there. So a lot more fouls being called right now Very aggressive game being played by both teams. It's the mark of a good defensive struggle, and that's what we have. Now, 3-line pass coming up off the restart. It's going to go right back to Cedar Rapids. 11:02 to go here in the game. Tied up at 2. Shots on goal 11 for Cedar Rapids, 6 for Tacoma.
3-line violation on the Stars.
Restart coming up at the yellow line for the Rampage. Santos over to Gerson, blocked by Megson. Restart corner kick coming up. Quickly restarted, but the officials were not ready. So we'll try it one more time. This is exactly the game that you'd expect from two defensive-minded teams. Two very good teams. Both came into the league last year, full-time. Cedar Rapids last year, 5-15, have really turned it around, and they are 8-3 under new head coach Everton Moreira, the Brazilian, who last year led the MASL with 29 assists. Everton with a shot, blocked by Waltman. Waltman with the save, and now a foul called against the Rampage. Quickly restarted by Tacoma, looking to get on the break. Jamel Cox has it, tries to get through guys, but he can't. And now De Silva has it. 3-on-2, De Silva tried to find Gerson and could not do it. Clearance blocked on the far side by Guernsey, and it goes out of bounds, and a restart for the Stars. 10:37 to go here in the game. 2-2 is the score. Waltman looking for Antonio, can't find him. Yoshi Sandoval clears it out, looking for Gerson. Gets past him. Huffman has it now. Leaves it for Greenfield. Greenfield looking to his right. Stars sliding all over the place. And nothing doing as the defense holds strong. Cleared out of there by Keats. Stars not willing to chase it, so Cedar Rapids will maintain possession. Greenfield turns and looks. Got it to Kelly, who plays it back to Greenfield, who finds Yoshi Sandoval. And now Curiel has it at midfield. 9:43 to go in the game. 2-2 is the score. And what was a pretty frenetic pace there in the third quarter has slowed down to a snail's crawl here in the fourth. Teams just looking for something. Petrusek being implored to come up the field, kicks it into the corner for Everton. Everton controls, leaves it off for Kelly, who shoots it wide, but controlled by Cedar Rapids as Greenfield maintains possession and gets it over to Yoshi Sandoval. Sandoval dribbling back into his own zone. Over to Curiel. Curiel covered by Peterson. Over to Santos. Santos now to Acosta. Plays it into Everton. Double teamed. Everton is stolen by Jertson. Stolen back by Everton and stolen back by Jertson. Only as far as Hurwitz. Hurwitz finds Santos. Santos into the corner for Everton. Plays it off the boards, but nobody there, and Peterson controls it for the Stars. Oh, but a bad giveaway right in front of the goal. Somehow saved by Waltman. The back heel by Everton. Saved one more time. And now Mike Ramos looking for a one-on-one with the keeper, but Petrusek gets there in time. What a save by Waltman. What a shot by Everton. And the Stars one more time get away. No advantage called. Foul against Cedar Rapids as they bring it back to the neutral zone. And the Stars one more time with possession. Corey Keats brings it up the near side. Plays it down into the corner for Vince McCluskey. Back to Keats. Keats plays it over to Lee. Lee over to Ramos. Ramos double teamed. Plays it off the boards.
Watch out.
Lee tried to get it into the middle of the field, but it was blocked out of bounds by Walls. We're going to have a timeout on the field now Restart coming up after the break. You are watching Tacoma Stars Soccer. Cedar Rapids. Restart coming up. Mike Ramos with the long shot. Flicked on by McCluskey, but unable to get it towards the net. And Tacoma forced all the way back into their own zone. Waltman clears it out, just barely misses the Jumbotron. But a giveaway. But Johnson unable to control it and falls harmlessly to Petrusek. Petrusek cleared it out to Hurwitz, but forced back into their own zone. Now Patchar over to Greenfield. Greenfield finds Hurwitz, and he's got some space. McCluskey gets back, and he gets just enough on the body to break that one up, and now here come the Stars. Good sliding tackle by Greenfield. McNeely clears it, headed in by Patchar over to Hurwitz. Hurwitz looking for Huffman, but broken up by McNeely, and McNeely finds Ramos breaking out. Ramos with the drive blocked by De Silva, and Ramos is forced to play it back to McNeely. Now Hansen with it. A little bit of space for him. Greenfield marking him. Hansen over to Raphael Cox. Raphael Cox with a shot. Goes high and to the left. Restart coming up for Cedar Rapids. 6:41 to go in the game. 2-2 is the score. Action picking up a little bit. We were a little dull there for the last 5 minutes, but boy, the action is picking up now. DeSantos looking for somebody to make a move. Megson on him, forces the pass over to Petrusek, and he comes up the field. Into the corner. Plays it for Everton. Everton bodied up by Keats. Everton plays it off the boards, looking for Gerson. The shot saved by Waltman. What a save by Danny Waltman. That ball was going in the net, and he somehow got to it. Gerson now turns, and shot is blocked by Waltman. Danny Waltman's been all over the field tonight, blocking everything. Look at this block right here. How did he do that? Guernsey thought he had a goal for sure, and Waltman said, "No, sir, you do not." So restart coming up. Everton on the yellow line. Barks out an order down there. De Silva makes a move towards the center, but the restart blocked by Cox. Petrusek up to get it. Kicks it into the corner, back to Everton. Plays it off the boards. Foul call now on Everton. He is not happy. Not happy that the foul went against him. Restart Tacoma. 5:53 to go here in the game. 2-2. Megson knees it back to Keats. who kicks it over to Hansen. Hansen plays it back to Waltman. Stars looking to regroup, plays it off the boards. Hansen gets it, but good job by Yoshi Sandoval to block it. Now Yoshi Sandoval on the break into the corner. Bodied up by Jameel Cox. Stars looking to clear, but the ball goes back to Santos, and Cedar Rapids controlling the action now. Patrick Kelly in the corner. Gets around two guys. Ball just off the corner. How did that not go in for Cedar Rapids? Tacoma dodging a huge bullet right there. Acosta has it. It falls. Oh, it falls to Tony Walls. And the shot is blocked by Waltman, and now we've got two players down on the field. And we're going to have a timeout on the field as Raphael Cox and Corey Keats ran into each other right there. Make that Chase Hansen. Looked like Waltman got into Keats, and Hansen was already a little injured. Bodies flying everywhere, and I don't know how Robert Acosta did not score earlier. That ball went right off the corner of the goal and did not go in. Tacoma dodging a huge bullet right there. 5:01 to go in the game. 13 shots on goal for Cedar Rapids, 6 for the Stars. But 2 goals apiece, and those are the stats that count. 1 goal for Raphael Cox, 1 goal for Dan Antoniuk tonight. 2 assists for Michael Ramos. For Cedar Rapids, Gordy Gerson with a goal and an assist. Tony Walls with a goal, and Pablo da Silva with an assist, and that is where we are. Restart coming up for Tacoma. Chase Hansen makes his way off the field. He's replaced by Evan McNeely. So Waltman throws it into McNeely. McNeely plays it off the boards, but a bad giveaway. And somehow the Stars end up with the ball, as it looked like they were giving the ball away one more time. Kyrell now finds Antoniuk, whose shot is blocked by Acosta. Robert Acosta gets back in time to make the block. The ball goes over the netting, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Stars. But boy, Evan McNeely, just a bad giveaway, and somehow the Stars dodge another bullet. They are playing with fire right now. Antoniuk now with the restart. Tried to find Johnson, but the ball was tipped out of there by Peterson. McNeely tracks back, makes a play on the ball. Kyrell now has it, and he's got some space. Kyrell looking for somebody. Makes a man miss. Tried to play it over to the middle to Antoniuk, but broken up by Santos, and now here comes Cedar Rapids. Walls to Gerson. Gerson, who had an incredible scissor kick goal earlier, gives away possession, and now Tacoma looking to do something with it. McNeely with some space. Plays it downfield, but nobody there from Tacoma as they change out their players, as does Cedar Rapids. 3:57 to go here in the game. 2-2 is the score. Petrusek dribbles up the field. Plays it long into the corner off the boards. Finds Everton. Everton into Hurwitz, but headed out of there. And now McCluskey has it, but he kicks it out of bounds as he battled with Da Silva. It's going to be a restart for Cedar Rapids. Da Silva now has the ball. Everton over to Da Silva. Ramos on him. Plays it across to Curiel. Curiel in the corner, back to Greenfield. Greenfield with a shot blocked out of there by McCluskey off the top of the glass, but Curiel has it. Curiel back to Greenfield. 3:04 to go. Hurwitz now to Greenfield. Over to Da Silva. Curiel now switching sides over on the left. Foul called on Mike Ramos. Free kick coming up, restarted right away by the Rampage. Greenfield at the yellow line, moves to his left, plays it over to Curiel. Curiel looking for some space, can't find it. Everton in the corner, leaves it off for Curiel. Kicks it into the boards, and Waltman gets it. Tacoma, with 2:35 to go in the game, have the ball. And we were looking for some late game magic. Look no further than Mike Ramos, as he always seems to be in the right place at the right time at the end of games. Foul called on Huffman, as he got a little bit too much of Evan McNeely going for that ball. 2:17 to go in the game, and the Stars are going to have a restart, looking to take the victory tonight. Restarted by Waltman. Megson has it. Greenfield playing great defense, bodies him off the ball, and now the Stars give the ball away. Left off for Petrusek. Stars pressuring high up the field, looking for Cedar Rapids to make a mistake, and they do. They give the ball away, and the Stars have it. Megson now with a shot. Oh, what a save by Petrusek! Oh, boy, Joey Jertson with a beautiful shot that would have been high into the net. But Petrusek jumps up in the air and knocks it over the boards. Corner kick coming up for the Stars. 1:49 to go. You have to think the next goal is going to win it. Megson in the corner with the restart. And he's going to take a timeout. With 1:49 to go in the game, I'm going to take a timeout too. You are watching. Tacoma looking to move into a tie for first place with the Sockers in the Pacific Division at 8-3. Cedar Rapids looking to maintain their stranglehold on the Central. 1:49 to go. Corner kick coming up for the Stars. Megson on it. McNeely, Raphael Cox, Jamel Cox, and Chase Hansen in the game for the Stars. Megson plays it back to Raphael Cox with a shot saved by Petrusek. Petrusek looking for something. Throws it long. Walls gets the ball, plays it into the corner, broken up by the Stars. McNeely has it now. Jamel Cox plays it off the boards. Nobody there. Greenfield now plays it back into the attacking zone. Off the boards looking for Gerson, can't find him. And the Stars get it back, but only for a second, as Paulo da Silva gets the ball for the Rampage. .110 to go. Greenfield has it on the yellow line. Over to Santos. Santos to Da Silva. Forced back by the Tacoma pressure. Santos has it, covered by Jamel Cox. Alex Megson now covering Greenfield. Greenfield. Shot high. Bounces off over to Da Silva. 45 seconds to go. Walls has it, covered by McNeely. McNeely bodies him up. Blocked out of there by the Stars, and now the Stars clear it back into the zone. Kicked back by Walls. And a foul is going to be called against Cedar Rapids. That's going to go against Walls. Tacoma gets it into Antoniuk, who controls it. Antoniuk plays it over. The Cox brothers play it off the boards. Jamail with the shot, just couldn't get it past Petrusek. And now here comes Gerson. 8 seconds to go in the game. Gerson with the breakaway, makes a couple moves with the shot blocked. The Stars block the shot, and the time's going to run out here in regulation, and we're going to go to overtime. Tied 2-2. What an incredible block. It looked like it was Corey Keats or Troy Peterson who got the block on Gerson at the end of the game, and we will go to overtime. We'll be right back. For the conclusion of this game, you are watching Tacoma Stars Soccer. Here we go. Cedar Rapids starts with possession. And they are off to the races. That is Santos now on it. Cleared out of there by Antoniuk. Forced back. Everton headed in. Waltman makes the save. Boy, that was close. Patrick Kelly with a good header. But here comes Ramos. But he loses the ball right away. Pablo da Silva gets it back for the Rampage. And they're starting back over again. So da Silva has it. Tries to split the defenders, but forced back. Plays it to Santos. Now into the corner to Huffman. Huffman covered by McNeely. Over to Gerson. Gerson takes a shot, blocked by Peterson. Da Silva forced all the way back to Petrusek. Couple changes being made right now. Petrusek in to the corner for Huffman. Gerson with the shot, and it goes high, and he ran into Peterson, and he is hurt. Both guys actually on the field, and Gerson just, the momentum carried him into the legs of Peterson, and he is hobbling off the field. Bad news for the Rampage is Gerson really struggling to get off the field right now. So Waltman will restart it. 9 minutes to go here in the overtime period. If there is no goal, we will go to a shootout.
Watch out.
Headed out by the Rampage, so Tacoma with the restart in the neutral zone. Jamail Cox over to Keats. Keats back to Cox. Cox to Keats. Keats finds Mark Lee. Lee plays it over the corner for McCluskey. McCluskey off the boards. Couldn't get the ball to Johnson, and now Huffman on a breakaway. Curiel has it now. Mark Lee, the only one back. Stars catch up, but Curiel gets around a couple guys. Forces it back to Greenfield. Greenfield with space. Mark Lee comes up to meet him. Now Curiel has it. Chino Curiel with the ball in the corner, covered by Jamail Cox. Back up to Greenfield. Greenfield over to Hurwitz. Hurwitz finds Sandoval. Sandoval whips it around into the corner. The Stars get it back. And Cox plays it out, and Derek Johnson looking for the ball. Petrusek out to get it. He plays it, but only as far as McCluskey. Wide open net. McCluskey with the shot. Oh, but Petrusek gets back. Oh, he had the goal there, but Petrusek raced back and grabbed it. 7:50 to go in the overtime period. What a chance for the Stars, but great play by Petrusek to get back and make that save. Curiel now covered by Jamail Cox. Over to Greenfield. Greenfield gets past two guys. McCluskey recovers and gets back to cover him. Curiel now. Curiel, one shot. Oh, off the back of Waltman. That was dangerous, but it goes just wide. And Mark Lee clears it out of there. Petrusek has it for the Rampage. Middle of the field wide open, and he plays it into the corner looking for Everton. But McNeely gets there first. McNeely clears it out. Robert Acosta with the steal, and now he tries to play it into Everton. Nobody there as it bounces harmlessly off the boards. Kyrell has it now, loses it to Acosta, leaves it off for Guernsey. Guernsey over to Pachar. Pachar has it now. Everton gets it back to Santos. 6:48 to go in the overtime. Santos beats Megson. Hansen there to take over the defensive duties. Forces the ball back to Acosta at the center stripe. All the way over to Pachar. Pachar covered by Kyrell. Now Acosta has it back, and he forces it back to Petrusek. Petrusek looking for Everton. Took a really bad bounce. Fell to Pachar, but he couldn't control it. And Kyrell clears it out, but only to midfield. 6:11 to go in the overtime. And now the Stars win it back. Hansen finds Antoniuk. Antoniuk plays it back. Looking for somebody, finds Kyrell, and now Kyrell plays it over to McNeely, and he is wide open. Plenty of space for him. Huffman comes over. 5:50 to go in the overtime. Jertson And McNeely now over to Waltman. Waltman plays it long into the corner for Antoniuk, who controls it, leaves it off for Hansen, plays it over to Ramos. Ramos gets the ball taken away from him, but he's able to win it back. And here comes Ramos, makes a man miss. Hansen gets the ball, plays it over to Jertson. Jertson covered by Gerson. Jertson into the corner, leaves it for Antoniuk, but Gerson gets there first. Antoniuk wins it back for the Stars. And a foul's going to be called on Dan Antoniuk as Pablo da Silva wins the ball, and Dan Antoniuk called for the foul. So Ramos steals the ball on the restart. He plays it over to McNeely. McNeely with the shot off the boards, played in by Ramos, and Ramos with two shots. The second one high into the netting. Restart coming up for the Rampage. 4:57 to go here in the overtime. Still tied at 2. Here comes Petrusek with the ball. Plays it down to Everton. Controlled by Everton. Double team now, Peterson and Cox. Plays it back to Sandoval, over to Greenfield. Both teams just looking for one mistake that they can exploit and get the game-winning goal. Petrusek plays it down for Everton, but he has taken good defense there by Peterson as he takes the ball away. And here comes McCluskey. McCluskey can't get there, though, and here come the Rampage. The Rampage, Sandoval plays it off the boards wide. Shot was wide. And now Greenfield controls. Everton leaves it off for Greenfield. Jamel Cox on him, forces him back. Sandoval over to Everton. Everton to Gerson. Plays it off, tried to find Kelly, but couldn't get there, and Tacoma forces it back to the defensive end of the field for the Rampage. 3:35 to go in the overtime. The best chance earlier, Vince McCluskey with a three-quarter field shot to an open net, but Petrusek able to get back and get it before it went into the back of the net. So Cedar Rapids plays it into Huffman. Tacoma gets it back. Derek Johnson bodied up by Curiel, who wins the ball. Curiel with the shot blocked by Mark Lee. Megson with the header. Acosta wins it back. And Santos now controls for the Rampage. 2:55 to go in the overtime. Golden goal. Huffman to Hurwitz, over to Santos. Huffman now can't find anybody. Kyrell ends up with the ball. Waltman now plays it up for Mark Lee, but it gets away from him as Petrusek comes out to play it, and he just loops it over Lee to Santos, and it's headed back to Petrusek. 2:27 to go in the overtime period. One shot on goal in this period for Tacoma, 0 for Cedar Rapids. Two great defensive teams is what we are seeing tonight. Curiel, Kyrell on him, and Kyrell forces the giveaway. Waltman plays it out for McNeely, and now here comes McNeely. As he kicks it far into the boards, Raphael Cox gives chase, but Da Silva gets there first. 2 minutes to go. Petrusek plays it over to Santos, who plays it over to Da Silva. Trying to get out of the zone is the Rampage, and Petrusek finally does. He plays it long into Huffman, controls it with the bottom of his boot, and plays it over to Da Silva. Guernsey in the game now, played it back to Petrusek, who plays it long to Huffman. Comes off the boards, Huffman plays it back, headed out by Ramos, but only as far as Santos. Now Guernsey has it back to Santos. 1:10 to go in the overtime period. De Silva blocked by Cox. McNeely has it.
60 seconds remaining in the
Patchar has it. 1 minute to go. Guernsey somehow gets out of there with it, but controlled by Hansen. And here comes Raphael Cox on a little bit of a break. Raphael Cox makes a man miss. Cox with the shot just high off the board. Hansen controls it. Over to McNeely. 37 seconds to go. McNeely over to Ramos. Plays it off for Antoniuk. Ramos has it to Hansen. Hansen now over to McNeely. That is McCluskey, not Antoniuk. And now McCluskey in the corner. 20 seconds to go. Chase Hansen. Oh, with the back heel by Raphael Cox was smothered by Petrusek. 10 seconds to go. Huffman on it. 3 stars back. Huffman with the shot goes wide. Gerson with the shot off the boards. Huffman plays it wide. 2 seconds. 1. And we are going to a shootout. You heard that right, the silent assassin. Here he goes. Jerson with a shot and a score! He beats Petrusek high over his left shoulder, and the Stars are up 1-0. Next up for the Rampage, Derek Huffman, the forward out of Illinois, stepping up for the Rampage, trying to beat Danny Waltman. Huffman, the shot blocked by Waltman! Danny Waltman with the save. The officials coming to talk about this one. Cedar Rapids saying Waltman was out of the box when he made the save. And they're going to talk about it. And it looks like they are forcing the coach back into the box, and no goal will be given. So here comes Michael Ramos. Mike Ramos out of Spokane, the hero of 2 games earlier this year. And let's see what he can do here in the shootout against the Cedar Rapids Rampage. And the officials still talking. Gordy Gerson following the head official. And the officials are still talking this one over.
Stars fans, this is for the game. On your feet.
Mike Ramos one-on-one with Brett Petrusek. Can he do it one more time? Ramos takes a dribble, takes a shot, makes the man miss, but it's saved by Petrusek. Gets the shot off, and it falls harmlessly to the turf. Petrusek got a hand to it. Ramos got it back and couldn't get a shot off, and we are still at 1-0 Tacoma.
Now kicking for Cedar Rapids, number 3, Gordy Gerson.
Gordy Gerson now taking the ball for Cedar Rapids. Here we go, Gerson. Gerson with the ball, and he beats Waltman, and he puts it in the back of the net. And Gerson with the score ties up this shootout at 1 goal apiece. Made a couple good moves, stepping over the ball, and beat Waltman to the far side. And Waltman, nothing he could do, and Gerson put it in the back of the net. And now, Raphael Cox trying to end this game the way he started it, with a goal. Here he goes. Here comes Cox. Cox with the shot, blocked by Petrusek. Petrusek comes up big. Raphael Cox kicked it right into his leg. Blocked it all the way out to the yellow line. Stars unable to get that one back. So, Gordy Gerson back onto the field to take another attempt. It looked like, it seemed to me that he was the last person to take a shot. Being that this is our first overtime game here at the Show Center, we are still trying to get our bearings about the way it all works. So 3-player shootout, and Gerson, now that the 3 have cycled through, can come back and take another shot. So here comes Waltman trying to make a save here for the Stars.
1-for-1 goal situation.
Here comes Gerson, plays it way out in front of him. Waltman with the save! Gerson played it too far in front of himself, and Waltman came out, slid, and made the save What a job by Danny Waltman.
Now kicking for the Stars.
Alex Megson now stepping up. If he makes this one, this game is over. Megson going up against Brett Petrusek, who's made 2 saves in a row. This one for the game. Here comes Megson. Megson with the shot off the boards. The shot, another save by Petrusek. Oh, the shot went just wide, bounced back. Megson controlled it, took another shot, and Petrusek with the save. So the good goalkeeping continuing on into the shootout. And now Chino Curiel coming to the plate now as he gets out. Makes Waltman miss, and he shoots, and he scores. Curiel puts the Rampage up 2-1. And now Joseph Kyrell coming up for the Stars. He's their last chance to stay in this game, as he needs a goal or else Cedar Rapids walks away with the win.
Number 16, Joseph the Jets Kyrell.
So the Stars need this one to maintain their perfect home record and keep pace with San Diego in the Pacific Division. Kyrell standing over the ball, looking to beat Brett Petrusek. The associate coach for the Rampage leaving the field. I think he was sent off by the officials. No matter, the important part is this opportunity here for Kyrell. And Kyrell goes off with the shot and the score! Joseph Kyrell just blasts it upper corner against Brett Petrusek. And both goals have been right over that left shoulder. And we are knotted up one more time at 2. Now Bobby Hurwitz standing over. And Waltman comes out, is whistled back onto his line. So here comes Hurwitz, plays it out. And Waltman gets the ball. He makes the save. He just jumped right on it. Hurwitz couldn't get a foot on it. And Waltman makes an incredible save. Just pounces on the ball. And now the Stars one more time with a chance to win it. And Joey Jertson, who scored in his first opportunity, coming back, and he goes right away with the shot of the score! And the Stars win 3-2 in the overtime shootout. And the Stars get out of town with an 8-3 record. And they win this one 3-2. Joey Jertson with 2 goals in the shootout. Danny Waltman with 3 saves, and the Stars victorious one more time. Tacoma Stars win and move back into a first place tie with the San Diego Sockers. What a game, what a game. Cedar Rapids falls to 8-4. And the Tacoma Stars move to 8-3. Incredible game, incredible job by Danny Waltman in the goal. And Joey Jertson comes up big in the overtime shootout with 2 goals. And the Stars are going to win this one. Raphael Cox jumped out for the Stars 24 seconds into the game, scoring off the assist by Michael Ramos. The game was tied up by Tony Walls, assisted by Gordy Gerson. In the third period, Dan Antonia got one in the back of the net. That one also assisted by Michael Ramos. The game tied late by Gordy Gerson. An incredible scissor kick beat Danny Waltman. And that's where we stood all through overtime. And after 10 minutes, it went to overtime or went to a penalty shootout, and the Stars leave victorious. Goals by Jertson, Kyrell and Jertson one more time, seal the deal, and that's where we'll end up a 3-2 Stars win, and we will be back with you next Friday as the Stars take on the Turlock Express. It's going to be BOGO beer night, buy one, get one beer night, so be sure to get out here for that great deal. Once again, the Stars win. They improve to 8-3, a perfect 6-0 at home. And my heart can't take much more of this, but boy, it is fun to see when they win. Stars win, Stars win. We'll see it next Friday. You've been watching